What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing another Manchester City transfer update. Why? Because we've got a lot to discuss. So before I crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. I'm going to be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window from June 1st. So subscribe if you haven't already. Social media links there in the description below. And also sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 300 likes once more is the like goal, and also don't forget as well, most importantly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. Without further ado, let's crack on with this video. Let's start off first with the outs, and we've got an update on James McAtee. Now, Alan Nixon on Twitter says that Manchester City will let James McAtee leave on loan this summer for the season. There is believed to be interest from the Championship. Swansea City, they're interested, along with Huddersfield Town too. Huddersfield could be promoted to the Premier League. They are in the playoff final, taking on Nottingham Forest at the weekend to decide who goes to the Premier League. And so if they are still interested in James McAtee, it could be a case that James McAtee could be playing 38 games in the Premier League next season, but it is thought that the Championship more than likely will be his destination from the summer through the whole of the season. So it'll be interesting to see if City go to other young players or we decide to maybe bring somebody in. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see what happens with regards to that. Now, moving on, we've got an update on Gabriel Jesus, and Mike McGrath says that Tottenham Hotspur, they have joined Arsenal in the race for Gabriel Jesus this summer. Jesus' contract with Manchester City is up next summer, so June 30th, 2023. If he doesn't sign a new contract with Manchester City this summer, I can see City selling him. Not just him, but Mahrez and Sterling, they're all in the same position as well. So we will see what happens with regard to that. But Premier League interest, Tottenham and Arsenal interested in Gabriel Jesus. Might be a very poignant thing that happened with the race for the top four on the finale of the Premier League season, with Tottenham Hotspur making Champions League football next season. That could be a deciding factor for Jesus. Does he want a reunion with Mikel Arteta? Does he want Champions League football next season? Does he want to sign a new contract at Manchester City? We'll see. Now, moving on to the final story of the outs takes us on to Fernandinho. Manchester City have bid farewell to Fernandinho. He will 100% leave Manchester City next month on June 30th. His destination is more than likely going to be back home to Brazil. Manchester City have done their farewell with the presentation of the Premier League trophy. It's going to be a massive loss at Manchester City, and I am wishing Fernandinho all the very best. Now, moving on to the ins, got a little update on Paul Pogba, and Paul Hirst at the time says that Paul Pogba, he turned down a move to Manchester City because he was fearful over the reaction from fans from Manchester United. Never mind is my stance. It would have been funny. However, I do feel like Manchester City, they're looking at other alternatives, and Manchester City, well, quite frankly, when it comes to midfield players, you want a player that's gonna work really hard, that's gonna want to drop deep, pick the ball up, they're willing to run to the right hand side, to the left hand side, to track back, to help the team out. And would Paul Pogba do that? Probably not. So we'll see what happens, but Paul Pogba, his contract is up this summer and he won't be joining Manchester City. Now, moving on, City are looking at a left back. Nicolo Schira over in Italy has confirmed City do want to sign a left back, and they are looking at Marc Cucurella of Brighton and Hove Albion. Manchester City apparently already got their things sorted in terms of personal terms, a contract until 2027, which of course Marc Cucurella's entourage are all aware of, and apparently are happy to agree to Manchester City's terms when it comes to that contract. On paper, it doesn't look like a complicated transfer to get done, and Manchester City are thought to be keen, and it is a pretty similar stance when it comes to Kalvin Phillips. Now, journalist ballus has said that Manchester City, they are considering making an offer for Kalvin Phillips of Leeds United this summer. with Fernandinho leaving, Manchester City do need a player that can play in central midfield, that can help cover in defensive midfield, and Kalvin Phillips ticks that box. He's homegrown as well, so this transfer would make sense. It's all about the finances, and quite frankly, does Kalvin Phillips want to join Manchester City? Would he be happy to play second fiddle to Rodri? Because I don't see Phillips displacing Rodri. What I do see Phillips though getting is 25-30 games across the whole season for Manchester City to try and help the team out. And Manchester City do need to be improving with their depth this summer, because it is pivotal if you want to go and win the big trophies like the Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, or you want to have domestic success in the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. Then it's all about depth. You need that depth, you need that cover, and bringing in players like Kalvin Phillips to me would be a good transfer. And if we can get this on a good deal for Manchester City and for Leeds United as well, then it would be a thumbs up from me. I do have my reservations though about some. He's had injuries this season, about things like, because Manchester City do have a habit of signing players that don't have the best track record when it comes to injuries. But if these are players that Pep Guardiola wants, I'm more than happy for City to make that move. Now, we've had a little bit more reliability put on this as well, because Jack Gaughan and other sources in the UK have started to report that Manchester City are exploring a move for Kalvin Phillips, and a move could be made by Manchester City in the next few weeks. So I think this is one for me definitely to keep my eyes and ears open for as we head into the daily Manchester City transfer updates from June 1st. If you haven't already, do make sure you have subscribed. You want to stay up to date and in the loop every single step of the way. Now, finally, got a little update on Erling Haaland. Paul Hirst at the Times has said Haaland is in Manchester. He's flown today. We have got photographic proof he is in Manchester, and he will be having an interview done at Manchester City tomorrow, which is more than likely going to be released next week. We are waiting for his contract and everything to be sorted. City have already announced they've got the agreements and everything in place. They're just waiting for the agreement of personal terms and for the transfer to be done. Manchester City, of course, can't have the full confirmation of the transfer and Erling Haaland being a Manchester City player until after June 30th, which would be the end of the season, which would be the end of Erling Haaland's stay at Borussia Dortmund, where July 1st he would become a Manchester City player and he'd be ready for pre-season, and City obviously getting everything sorted so Erling Haaland can go and have a good 4 weeks off for the summer before he comes back fresh for Manchester City in pre-season. So he's in Manchester to get that all sorted before he probably heads out on international duty, then on holiday, and he'll join up with the Manchester City players for our tour of the United States of America. So that is very, very exciting. Stay tuned for that. We'll have all the reactions and all the fallout from that. So there we go, that's been the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. 300 likes is the aim. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Let me know your thoughts on what you made of these transfers in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Daily Manchester City transfer updates coming June 1st. Get your the subscribe button pressed, get your bell on as well so you can be notified immediately for when I do upload. 25k subscribers is the aim. We're now very close to being less than 1,300 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. I'm actively looking for a sponsor for them daily Manchester City transfer updates. They're going to be popular, they're going to be in demand once more. A good opportunity. If anyone is interested, just let me know through my email. You can find that in the description, and I'll see you all again very soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.